dream must fit in with the will of God for our lives. Number 2, a good dream must fit with our talent, family. Caleb's dream fitted with his talent. Why do you think that it was Joshua who was chosen to succeed Moses and not Caleb? Both were faithful, both were committed, both were loyal. So why do you think Joshua was selected? In Deuteronomy 34:9, it says, "Now Joshua, son of Nun, was filled with the spirit of wisdom, because Moses had laid his hands on him. So the Israelites listened to him and did what the Lord had commanded Moses." So Joshua was a man who was full of wisdom. He loved to pray. He loved to worship. He loved to sit patiently at the feet of Moses, learning from Moses. So he learned about strategy. He learned about how to be a leader over a nation. And people saw that. Now Caleb, he's a man of action. That's why I say Apostle Theo is Joshua, and I like to be Caleb. Caleb was a man of action. His dream fitted with his talent. Taking the hills of Hebron was not going to be done through gentle diplomacy or negotiation. No, it needed a battlefield. It needed someone who was an action man, and Caleb was that man. A man of courage, a man of faith, fearless. That was Caleb. To see a fulfillment of a lifelong dream, we must be more than a dreamer. We have to be a doer. That's why the word says don't only hear the word, but do the word. Because if we just hear the word and don't do the word, we won't have any good success. So we have to be doers and winning tough battles. And Caleb was that man. Have you ever evaluated your dream in the light of your talent? There's some things in life, family, we'll never be able to do, right? I wish we could do everything, but we are not able to do everything or gifted to do everything. For example, if you're tone deaf, you're never going to be a singer. Even when we started the ministry and Apostle Theo told me to lead the praise and worship, I am tone deaf. I don't know A, B, C, D, E, except in the alphabet. I do not know it, but I made a joyful noise, but it did not fit with my talent. In those days, and some of the band members who were with us, they used to put me off. They put my sound down because I was so squeaky and so terrible, and I knew they were doing it. Susan Boyle's dream lined up with her talent. She might not look the part, but when that woman opened her mouth, she was a star. If we have 2 left feet, we're not going to be a dancer. No matter how much training we have, if we don't like the sight of blood, we're not going to be a surgeon or a nurse. God's blessing is always going to match the gifts that He's given to us. He's not going to bless us to achieve a dream that He's not gifted us for. Romans 12:6 says, we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. So God wants us to do things well. He wants us to do things with excellence, and He has gifted each and every one of us with certain gifts, and He wants us to succeed. So family, let's not worry about our weaknesses, but let's build on our strengths. Instead of being good at something, come on family, why don't we be great at something? We can go from good to great. If we work hard, we can reach our highest potential in the area of our gifting. We will move forward ahead of people who are equally talented, but not as committed as us. You see, we have to build on our gifts. There's a gentleman by the name of Malcolm Gladwell. He has a book called Outliers. It's a very good one. If you want to read it, you're welcome to. He says this: it is not always true that the best and the brightest will always reach the top. Gladwell says in his studies over the year that defines success is talent plus hard work. In his expert studies of successful people, he's come to the conclusion that the main ingredient for success is not only talent, but we have to have a majority of the mix of talent and hard work. Edison says that success is 1% inspiration, and 99% perspiration. Gladwell talks about the 10,000 hour rule. His basic thesis is if you want to be successful at anything, you've got to do it for 10,000 hours, faithfully and religiously. Then you'll be an expert in your field. In 1990, a study was conducted by a psychologist at the Berlin Academy of Music. This is the elite school of music in Europe. The study showed that by the age of 20, those who became world-class violinists had at least 10,000 hours of practice. But those who were just good, they had 8,000 hours of practice. And then they said music teachers had 4,000 hours of practice. So we got to buckle up, find our dream that's from the Lord, and let's work hard, and we're going to go to the top.
Thank you for watching Dr. Bev's YouTube channel. We will continue to offer dynamic and uplifting highlights from Dr. Bev's messages. Please take the time to like and share the videos. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep watching the Dr. Beverly Wolmarans YouTube channel.